Hi everyone, welcome back to another SiCK-68 building video. In this video we are going to wire and solder all of the key switches. We're starting off by putting a little bit of solder on the left pin of each switch. And like the last video, we are following along with Matteo Spinelli's guide, which I'll leave a link to in the description below. And also everything in the video is sped up by 800%. And this process actually takes quite a few hours and a lot of patience. Okay, so now we are going to solder the diodes to the left pin of each switch. And we prepared the diodes in the previous video, which you can also check out below. Make sure that the black end of the diode is facing down, and that the bend of the wire is oriented as shown in the video as well. And be careful not to burn yourself because the wires can get very hot. A lesson that I unfortunately learned many times while filming this video. And we're just going to do this for all 68 of the key switches on the keyboard. And also, we're doing this under the kitchen hood for better ventilation. Next, we are going to take one of the longer wires and weave it underneath each of the diodes. And then we're going to solder the diodes to the wire. And also you want to be careful not to touch the board with the iron because the plastic will probably melt, as you can see on my board. Okay, and you can also clip off the extraneous ends of the diodes after soldering one row. I wasn't reading carefully and I forgot to do this, but if you do that, it will make it a lot easier for the latter rows. Okay, now we are going to clip off the extraneous ends, since I forgot to do that earlier. And thank you, Dad, for handing me this, I'm not sure what to call it, a bolt cutter. Here's how it should look when that's all done. And you can also clip off the ends more. I didn't do that for some reason. Alright, welcome to day 2 of the build. Now we have to insulate the rows by covering them with tape. I tried using Scotch tape, but it was either too wide and it also didn't stick well enough. I ended up taking this labeling tape that we had and forming it into small strips and wrapping it around the wire underneath each pin. Now when we go to wire the columns, we can just put the wire over the tape and that will prevent it from crossing with the rows. And also, since we're following the SiCK-68 wiring diagram, which is available on Thingiverse, I realized that we can skip the bottom row and also parts of the second to last row because we are going to attach the wires at the top of the keyboard. So this is how it looks like when it's all finished. Okay, now we are going to wire the columns. And once again, we're following the SiCK-68 wiring diagram. And we basically go by each column and attach the wire to the right pin. And these were the wires that we prepared in the last video as well. Now that that's all done, we're gonna clip off the ends of the wires. Alright, welcome to day 3 of the build. We're finally going to hook it up to the Teensy controller. And first we're going to attach the wires to each column and to each row. And these were also the wires that we prepared last video. In hindsight, they are all probably longer than they need to be. Hopefully I will be able to actually fit them inside of the case, but we'll see. They are different lengths since we're putting the controller closer to the right side of the board. So the ones on the right are shorter than the ones towards the left. And also, I'm a complete beginner to soldering, so if you have any comments or suggestions or constructive feedback, please feel free to leave them down in the comments below. I'm sure there's a lot of things that I'm doing incorrectly, so yeah. And also I realize now that I could have just soldered the wire to the right pin of the key switch instead of to the wire. I'm not sure why I didn't do that, but I don't think it matters that much either. So now we're actually gonna solder the wires to the Teensy, and I want to thank my dad for helping me hold the controller since this is kind of a two-person job. We're also switching to a thinner soldering tin. I also messed up one of the positions of the wires one time, so we had to desolder the joint and do it over again. I also had to clean the iron several times to get it to heat the wires effectively, so that might be something to look out for. Okay, great, we're done. That's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Nah, just kidding. Of course, we're gonna see if it works. To do that, we're going to use the files provided with the Thingiverse download. And we're going to go into the EasyAVR file and open easyqmap.exe. The instructions for this are also all on the Thingiverse page as well. So once we open that up, we want to go to File, New, and it's okay to just press OK for now. This is just to make the folder for our keyboard builds. Great, now that we have that, we can go into the folder, and it's actually incorrect on the Thingiverse page. The folder is called .easyavr. And we want to move the SiCK-68 Pi file in there and put it into the boards folder. Okay, now we can open up EasyKeyMap again and make a new build. This time we can choose SiCK-68. And I'm just gonna go directly and build it to see if it works. And now we can save it wherever in the location that's convenient and name it SiCK-68v1.hex. After we do that, we can open up the Teensy loader, either fake or real depending on what kind of Teensy you have. Now I'm going to connect the keyboard up to my computer. After we do that, we can press the button on the Teensy to enter the programming mode, and then we can open the hex file and choose the SiCK-68 hex file that we just created, and press the downward facing green arrow to program it. And after that, we also need to reboot the Teensy, so that's the green right arrow. So now it should be all good for testing. We can go to the keyboard testing website here and start trying out the keys. Oh god. Nice, it works. I think five and six keep being triggered for some reason. So probably some wires that are being crossed somewhere. Yeah. Well, other than that, I'm super happy that it works. Like, I did not expect it to, but wow. Cool, so that worked out really well. I'm probably going to wrap up the project in the next few weeks, so you can expect some more videos very soon. Please be sure to subscribe if you're interested in seeing more, and leave a like down below and comment if you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.